So the process of scrubbing information the way TalkShoe did, so we're at Friday, August 31st, 2018, 17:45. Rebel Report was something from Jeremy Scahill, and he did an article on Thursday, May 27th, I believe it was 2010, that was posted in The Nation. Upon doing that, because I go under the call sign of A or El the Mysteriosa, so what I did was, on Thursday, May 27, 2010, where it shows you 8 years ago, I talked about one-stop shop. Okay, I talked about information operations, the information operation roadmap, the joint manuals that were done. It was a classified in 2003. In 2006, there was a declassified. And then I went into details. And I asked for his help. Now, they're scrubbing all my information because they're trying to make it look like I never talked about this stuff prior to 2014 when the Snowden leaks came out. And so what happened was Scahill took down his site, but he put up an RSS feed, and before I was able to print all of it so that I had a record of it. And now when I try to PDF the file, let me just show you this. I'm filming it so that you can freeze each screen. This is what I wrote. And then on my own website, it's more detailed. But in 2010, this was my analysis of my targeting. They're trying to scrub any information that proves that I was documenting long before these type of leaks that are coming out. You notice here, how did I come to this conclusion? So what they're trying to do is trying to discredit me by saying that, oh, she never did any of this stuff. But I'm showing you right here, this is all me. And you can go to my website, I'll show you the same thing. So they don't win. Because there are different decent people out there who decided not to take their feeds down, and even though I'm unable to get it to print off of the PDF again, I'll show you what it looks like after I finish this. And that was Mark Mazzetti's article. And so what I did was I started giving him descriptions of, you know, the acoustic harassment and everything. Couple videos, the Law and Neuroscience Project. These can all be sourced. This was 2010 when I did all of this. Now when I try to print it as backup documentation, they've corrupted files so that I can't do it, and they think, well, she's screwed because we could pretend like she never documented anything. And thank goodness Scahill put up his RSS feed, because they did actually, he took down the site, but he had an RSS feed that I was able to get the information. And I'm noticing through even my own files, they go through them and then they pull selected pieces of information in order to scrub my information to give the false impression that I never documented. This was done in May of 2010. That was 8 years ago. So now I'll just post it to YouTube and you can read it slowly. This is the desperation these type of criminals will go to, the lengths they'll go to obstruct justice. I'm just showing you yet another level of obstruction of justice. I published this stuff online to document the crimes that were taking place. And now when I try to print it up, it won't allow me to print it. I'll show you what it gives me. This is my work. This is my research. This is what I was able to document to prove down the road what these people have been doing. State, corporate, and academia, sponsored, sanctioned, and covered up. These are the type of devices. Now that device right there, it is down to a 3 by 3 inch square. That can project as much, almost as much sound as some type of equipment like this because of the age of technology. This is directional ultrasound. The U.S. diplomats in Cuba and China, okay, they use an extreme high frequency emitter system and then they put the extreme low frequency in the infrasonic range to create a vibroacoustic resonance. That's a lot of the stuff, either the high pitched frequencies, but they all run through these directional ultrasounds. This is a long range acoustic device. So again, let me scroll up. This is me. This is all my stuff that I wrote to Scahill and I was asking for his help. When did I do that? Well, I'll tell you right here. This is from his article. It's not like I'm making stuff up. I am published online and documented to the crimes that were taking place. 8 years ago, Thursday, May 27, 2010. This, along with to the Inspector General for the Department of Defense, Waste, Fraud, and Abuse, I asked him as a journalist and the Department of Defense Inspector General to do a criminal investigation into why they were deploying and executing information operations against their own citizens on American soil. And here's the URL, or parts of it. And this was based on this article right here from May 27, 2010. DOD investigates 9 cases of terrorism-related acts by United States military and contractors. Okay? And so that's the story, and here's my words. So it's not like I'm making things up. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to scrub my information like they did with the 400 recordings from TalkShoe, because they're trying to make it look like I never documented, but I did document. And then if you go back through this video, you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to read the article. And I'll put the link until they take it down.